Forget the podcast, forget Be My Breezer. I'm talking to you guys as Mike Bell Sr., the father of three sons and two girls. One uncomfortable situation that I've seen happening kind of recently and kind of numerously is false essay allegations from women. Now, the thing that's scary about this is if something happens off it enough, you're going to get immune to it. And that kind of makes it really hard for real victims to get justice. I'm a father of two daughters. I have twin daughters. I know Cook has daughters. I know Oliver has a daughter. I will absolutely burn the world to the ground if my daughter is coming up and saying that she was assaulted and people are accusing her of lying or saying she's making it up to get some money or something crazy like this. I'm going to burn the world down if one of my sons gets accused of assaulting a woman. And the first thing that everyone says is he's guilty because he's a man. That, as a father, is a really, really painful situation to go through. And it's not something I would ever want anyone to go through, much less my own children,
Amen.
much less Cook's children or Oliver's children, who I consider to be nieces and
Amen.
nephews. What we got to do is we really have to be vigilant in getting all the facts and not simply accusing people of things simply because we're upset or things didn't go our way. I mentioned in one of our episodes that I had a boy who went through this exact situation. A woman accused him of some really heinous stuff, and it turned out she was lying. What people aren't talking about with that is how damaging that can be for women who truly go through this situation and have things happen to like that happen to them. Because the worst thing that can happen for women and for men is that allegations of that nature are just thrown to the wind simply because we become so immune to people using that as a way to get back at somebody or to get some money out of somebody. I talked about this situation with my boy. I see the recent allegations from Shannon Sharp. There was an Indian comedian who dealt with the same thing because he went on a bad date and the female got upset and she made false accusations. A lot of times people don't wait for all the information to come out, so they just assume somebody's automatically guilty because of allegations. No facts, no proof, no conversations are had. Someone's automatically guilty because someone said that they did something, when in reality, that person could have never been near that person or in the place where said crime happened, or a crime actually did happen and they're putting it on the wrong person, maybe because they misread something or their memory is bad or they want that person to go down. So something may have happened, but they're lying about another person for whatever situation. So as a society, we have to make sure that these allegations are taken serious and at the same time that these allegations are thoroughly checked out, because we don't want to live in a society where women do get assaulted and the first thing we do is dismiss it, because now we're not getting the justice for people who actually are doing these things and are suffering from these traumas, and they're having to go through the rest of their life being accused of making a false accusation or being accused of actually doing something when the allegations were false. We have to make sure that we're taking the correct steps to get the correct justice served, and that we're not putting people in a situation where their credibility is severely injured, their reputation is severely injured, their life is altered completely simply because either one, somebody made an accusation and it was false, or two, a woman made an accusation and she was deemed as being a liar simply because of who somebody is, or that this female is seeming to be looking for some type of false justice. That's all I got to say about that. I just, as a father, I just want to make sure that not just my daughters, because while they may be victims, it's important that I make sure that my sons are protected as well, because my sons are also at risk of false accusations like that. So what I, as a father, This is really just my PSA and trying to make sure that justice is served in the right way and that we're not putting people in a position where their reputations and lives are changed simply because public opinion takes control of a narrative and runs with it without having all of the facts.
And
Welcome to today's episode of the 3-in-1 podcast. I'm your moderator, Mike Breezy. If you need me, 37U Cincinnati Hall of Famer, probably a baby mama's favorite semi-pro player. Today we get Oliver Pryor back for the
hey,
first time. Man, I'm happy to see you. I hope the hairline surgery went well. I
no,
really hope it does. Take
no.
your hat off so we can shake it. Now, just play. My other my other host, my other host, Dayton son, Ponus graduate, Zaza Buzz, Southern brand owner and proprietor, Rashawn Cook. What's going on with you two, man? I'm happy to have you back, Oliver. Let's go ahead and get out of the way.
Oh,
Oh, it's good to be back. It's been a minute trying to get work schedules under control, but happy to be here.
good to have you back.
Cookie, what's up, man?
Oh man, it's been a while. Seen you gain some more weight. You went nowhere.
That's crazy off the bat. Off the bat is crazy.
Off the bat, get the roaches out of your head and move on.
Crazy. Already. He's been back for 45 seconds, already popping jokes. So, as y'all know, the NFL draft happened this past weekend.
Mhm.
What do you guys' thoughts on it?
It could have been
Cookie,
better.
Cook, go ahead and go. Oh, go ahead, Oliver. You started. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm saying it could have been better. For the Bengals, obviously. We were talking about this before we started. They drafted dudes who have starters in play or people who are requesting trades. We went out first round, got a defensive end who had 11 tackles and 4.5 sacks over 3 years. I don't remember those stat lines being first round talent esque, but I wish we would have drafted a couple of defensive backs because we also got that linebacker Demetrius Knight out of South Carolina. I like him. I thought that was a great pick. Replace Jermaine Pratt because Pratt's going to leave. And then we got 2 offensive linemen, another linebacker, and a running back. I think the running back, the Trey Brooks out of Texas Tech, no, Taj Brooks, sorry, out of Texas Tech, I thought that was a wasted pick just because we needed to get some last round. Well, if you think about it, we already have like 4 running backs on the roster.
No, you're right.
He could be Chase Brown's backup, or he could just be a practice squad back. Who knows?
That too. Because did we resign Zach Moss? Because I know we still got Herbert from the trade.
We only
I
have
know
Moss on a 1-year deal, I think.
Okay.
And then Herbert signed with somebody in free agency. And I think we still have someone else. I can't think of his name, but so maybe we only have 3 backs. I don't know.
Okay.
I think the running back room in Cincinnati is a little shaky. Because I'm sure knowing how Zach Taylor's going to run this, he's going to throw a lot of the load on Chase Brown. If Joe Burrow's going to feed Chase, Higgins, and everybody else.
Interesting. What you feeling, Cook?
Excuse me. Feel like we did well. We did pretty good this year. It's the first time we drafted a receiver in the first round since 2002. And
Since 2002, I thought.
Yeah.
No. Wasn't Randall Cobb a first round pick?
No, sir.
No, okay. I thought so. I thought he wasn't.
I think it was like one of the first 3 picks in the second round.
Maybe.
Yeah, like he was at the door. Like he was out of the door second round.
Yeah, like as soon as we got our pick in, let's go ahead and get him. Yeah. But usually we'll go for like defensive lineman.
I thought you guys would go defense first round.
Usually we do. But this year we
I think I figured a defender like the past 7 years in the first round straight.
Every year we've had a defensive back because I think 1 year we got Clinton Dix in the first round.
Yep, I remember that pick.
That was a great pick for you guys.
I love that pick for y'all. when y'all made
That
that.
was in the years he was there. He did tremendous work, and I applaud him for everything he did. But you know what I'm saying? We got the fastest player out the draft from from the Texas boys.
Here you go.
I mean, so that was the greatest pick. You know what I'm saying? One of the two of the greatest picks. Then we got another guy, a defensive lineman from Texas as well. Uh, we got a couple linemen, D linemen. So I feel like and another cornerback from Tulane. So I feel like the draft was good. I think I give it to you.
I wonder what that means for Jair.
Uh well,
Apparently, I
now
saw a report that he's going to come back.
he is it's so sad for now. For now, he may be still.
One would hope, because that would be a really big boost for your defense.
It would help out the young guys in the back end, but at the same
One of
time,
the best corners in the league. One of the best corners in the league.
yeah, I mean, but
He boosts for anybody.
and I feel like they thinking like he's been injured for real for the past 2 years. Excuse me, and so it really like they feel like it's wasted money. You know what I mean? But I don't see why you don't keep him.
Now we can say, how did the Raiders fare?
Hey, I love that. Man, look.
Cheers.
Aston Jeanty, that's all I got to say, boy. That's all I got to say.
I'm not.
Coming.
I did not think he was gonna go first round.
Ashton?
Ashton was going first round. I thought
he was bugging. I thought he was going top 5, to be honest with you. I thought he would go top 5.
Like fucking,
I think top 10, maybe
10, maybe, yeah, but 6. That was a leap.
That was
one of the best running back times to come out in a long time. I mean, in the TikTok I made, I compared him to LT, LaDainian Tomlinson. Small school back that did a lot of damage against lesser competition, but still came to the league, and now he's a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, I know guys were talking about how the Raiders don't have a great line, but I was like, Jeanty's talent alone is going to circumvent some of that.
Who's your quarterback?
So, right now, it's probably going to be Aiden O'Connell. Or no, Gino, my bad. Gino.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys got Gino.
Yeah, we got Gino. And then we re-signed him, so we got him for 3 or 4 years.
I think it was 3, 4. I think it was 4.
3 or 4 years. We gave him an extension after the trade. So we got him. We got hold on, give me a second. We got Jeanty in the backfield. We got Jacoby Myers on the outside, Brock Bowers. We still got Amir Abdullah to help out with some of the load. We still got Mattinson to help out with some of the load as far as the backfield goes. So we have pieces. It's just, can it all come together? The most important
build
part.
Those pieces, because I feel like Pete Carroll is going to try to bring the culture of what he did in Seattle to Vegas.
It's possible,
but that wasn't a bad culture though.
No, they had a great.
I mean, that
blew out the
culture was still successful.
Like,
yeah.
With Peyton Manning, who was one of the best backs in the league at the time, and now they got Jeanty, who you can relate as Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, in a sense.
So as long as he doesn't throw it on the 2-yard line in the Super Bowl again, I think y'all be good.
They might mess around and do that again.
Watch,
bro. It's gonna be a while before we can think about winning the division with Pat. I don't think Herbert's gonna be a problem. For some reason, he just implodes in the playoffs, and it's really weird.
He implodes in big games, damn near.
Yeah, he does, and it's really weird.
He almost blew a 28-point lead to Cincinnati. Well, he didn't blow it, actually, but they still won.
I remember that. Yeah, they won because we decided we didn't want to tackle J.K. Dobbins on 3rd and 7. So, but no, as far as our draft goes, I think we did great. Right after when I made the TikTok about us drafting Jeanty, I said, if we just draft some receivers to help out a receiver to help out Jacoby Myers and some old linemen to help out, we'd be good. And then what did we draft on day 2? A receiver and some linemen. so we got the help. We got another corner to possibly put in the nickel. I'm not sure. We drafted some D-line help to help out to get depth there. We drafted a quarterback in round 6.
Who?
And then I don't remember his name, but we drafted the two guys that were in the FCS championship. We drafted both of their quarterbacks.
Oh, you got the kid from North Dakota.
Yeah. What was his name? What was it?
Oh,
Tommy Malo from Montana State,
yeah.
who we actually drafted at receiver, and then Cam Miller from North Dakota State, who we drafted at quarterback.
Ballers.
So
Both of them
yeah,
are ballers.
yeah, right, exactly. And then we got a linebacker in round 7 to kind of replace Light, who left us in free agency. But overall, I feel like we had a great draft. I honestly feel like we had one of the better drafts out of everybody this season.
One of the better drafts that you had in a while.
Yeah. This is definitely one of our best drafts.
Now,
after
final grades for everybody.
A, no question. A+ if the receiver and the lineman pan out, it jumps to A+.
I'll give it an A-.
C.
That's tough. That's a hard grade.
It could have been better because all the speculation was this is going to be a strictly defensive draft that we're going to fill the needs that need filled. And we didn't do that. We only filled like 2 needs out of the 5 that we need.
Don't try to do that every game.
No, because usually we draft as the Bengals, we draft to fill actual needs. This year it was really weird this year. We just kind of feel like we were just drafting. We were drafting to like replace and not really drafting to build depth.
The only really
it felt really weird this year with the Bengals.
The only reasonable pick I thought was good was the South Carolina linebacker out of the 2nd round. I thought that was one of the best picks we had in the entire draft.
You're not feeling the kid. You're not feeling DN from the 1st round.
I mean I know I'm going to harp on this. Your camera's off. I know I'm going to harp.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
But I feel like having a good stat line coming out of college for 3 years, he put up 1 single season numbers. You can get 11 tackles at defensive lineman and 4.5 sacks in a season. Or you can do that in a game. He did that in the span of 3 years. That doesn't convince me. And I don't know. I'm just not convinced just yet. Until I see him produce, maybe. But a lot of those guys have a history of coming out of college with high expectations, coming out of the 1st round with low numbers, and they turn out to be busts. And some of them turn out to be good. So it's up in the air.
That's usually how it goes, though. Some players are good. Some players are just...
I mean, the draft as a whole is a guessing game for real.
Honestly.
The only difference is how educated is your guess. That's really kind of the gist of the whole draft. Everything is a guess for real.
Look how many.
Yeah, look how many. You're right, exactly. Look how many QBs have flaked though in the last few years. Like the QB class from Burrow's class, which is what the 2019 class, 2020 class,
2020 class.
That's had some pretty good QBs. I mean, Herbert, Burrow, Tua. I think Jalen Hurts was in that class too.
I saw
the year after
that the 2016 draft class has the worst record combined.
Oh, of course.
Over those years. Trevor Lawrence has a losing record. Justin Fields, and then 4 different quarterbacks who went in that draft have a combined record of 5-23-1.
You can't really put that on Justin Herbert. I mean, and on Justin Fields.
No, Fields got set up in a shitty situation.
That was just terrible.
He was great in Pittsburgh if he had stayed, but I think he's going to be all right with the Jets.
I thought Pittsburgh would have been better off staying with Fields. I don't know why they didn't resign him.
I know why, because they're in rebuild mode. They're in a rebuild. They need.
Isn't Fields the perfect QB to build around them?
Honestly, yeah, especially after the first couple games last year.
Fields didn't want to stay because after he got snubbed for Russell Wilson starting, he didn't see the field much after that. He didn't want to stay there. Jets were willing to pay.
Yeah, which is understandable. I mean, I get it, but I just feel
I just went 4-1 in the beginning, and then
y'all benched me for Russell Wilson. Which, yeah, I question that too. I mean, I understand why Tomlin did it. You get the veteran. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to back to backs. He was one of the better QBs when he was in Seattle.
And
But
right,
you had a hot hand in Justin Fields. Why change that? And I get that. I think Russ won like what 3-0 his first 3 games.
they
But
both
after that,
they
it was
both did the same thing.
yeah. But after that, it was literally a straight downhill slope, and not like a gradual downhill.
That was
It literally just shot straight downhill.
that was a
Like
huge drop.
it was crazy.
That was
It was
huge.
insane.
And nobody really knew what was going on, but it was just like that's
Bro,
when Pickens.
Pittsburgh does this every year.
And but the pick that's when
I
Pickens.
so
Pittsburgh
they
does
had,
it every single year, bro.
so they had a chance. Pittsburgh was right there on the 1 yard line to say, you know what, we're gonna draft a guy. Shador was there. They picked a D lineman. Everybody went freaking crazy. And then there it was in the 6th round, Will Howard sitting right there for the taking. And I think that was a great fit. And they also got Jack Sawyer, which I think was an even better fit. Like, they
He'll
beefed
be
up
a
their D
bust
line
in the
again.
NFL.
The Steelers love beefing their D
Who
line.
is?
Huh?
Who is?
Who's what?
Sorry. Sorry.
I honestly felt like Pittsburgh should have went with Jalen Milroe from Alabama.
Where did he end up?
I feel like he went to Seattle.
Hmm.
I feel like him or Shador going to Pittsburgh would have been absolutely perfect.
Oh man, wait till we get to the segment that I came up with, and I'll tell you how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Pittsburgh should have went Jalen Milroe or Shador.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they could have built around either one of their skill sets. Because Milroe is just a pure athlete at quarterback who can throw, and his accuracy issues could have been made up by having go getters like DK and Pickens, and then you got Freiermuth to help you out at the tight end spot. So he had the perfect receiving core to help out his accuracy issues, and then Shador being more of the pocket passer, he just kind of really fits what Pittsburgh has been since they really have been a team. I mean, Terry Bradshaw was like that. Neil O'Donnell was like that.
Pittsburgh can live or die with a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, look how good they were with Cordell Stewart. So, I mean, they were nice with Cordell Stewart. And then they went to Big Ben in that same draft that Eli and Phillip Rivers came out of. And then they were great with Big Ben, and he was more of the Josh Allen mode.
Cannon arm guy.
He was the Josh Allen before Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's literally who he was. That's literally who he was.
He was so big and sloppy with it though, but he got it done.
But bro, he won 2 rings. What can you say about it?
You can't say I'm not.
He won 2 rings.
I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying nothing
like,
bad, but it's just,
I hate saying that because I'm one of the guys who always is going to say rings are a team achievement.
Not
but
a singular achievement.
He won 2 rings, so
that's true. That is true.
Had plenty of Super Bowl appearances. So what? Out of 3 appearances, had 2 rings. Pretty good.
2 won a Super Bowl.
Wait, who did he lose that third one to?
Oh my God! I see. This is why I hate talking to dude, bruh. This is why I hate talking to you, bruh.
It's okay, Cookie.
Your man got one ring in 3 decades, and he can't shut up about it.
Hey, Cookie, just so you know, that year I was rooting for Green Bay.
I was too.
I
hate Pittsburgh. I never root for Pittsburgh.
Well, what do you expect? Y'all are Bengals and Raider fans. I mean, I would hate them too. I mean,
yeah, I was rooting for Seattle. I was rooting for Arizona. I was rooting for Green Bay.
You probably went to school that next day, Cookie. You probably went to school dancing like a mother.
Geeking, bro.
Geeking.
Hey, listen, and the craziest thing, my dad is a Steelers fan. My brothers, both of my brothers are Steelers fans. Hey, listen, do you not know how good that felt running around the house? I was running around the house like, yeah. My dad was like, all right, you got one more time. I'm like, I just sat down and I gloated in my in the downstairs basement.
You were sitting in bed like, oh my god.
I was in
You
the
did it
downstairs
you did it the
basement.
right way. You
I
did
was
it the
like,
right way.
yeah. You know what I'm
You did
saying?
it the
I
right way.
ain't skipping around no more. I ain't feel like hearing his mouth no more. So I was like, it's cool. I'ma chill. But when you leave, I'm gonna be gloating again.
Yeah, I'm gloating.
You feel me? So,
It's okay.
What you say? What you say?
I
Mind
can
control over
gloat for
Debo?
a little
you
while
hear me?
until week 1. It's fine.
It's all right, man. Y'all gonna get one.
I already got one. I don't know if you can see the merch behind me. I already got one of those. So
I got one, so I'm Gucci. I'm good. Hey, look, that's all I'm gonna say. Undefeated, beat Ohio State, so I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Ah,
I'm with it.
I hit the trifecta. Y'all did one, so I'm Gucci.
oh man,
I'm Gucci.
you are a wild individual.
Moving on. Can we move
Hey,
on
that
garbage?
man got MVP.
Hey, look, no comment. No comment. No comment. We're gonna go ahead and move on. Oliver said he had a segment for us as far as the draft goes. Go ahead and introduce that.
I do. I don't have a name for it, but I want each of us to name. This is for any team in the draft. It doesn't have to be your specific team. It could be for any of the 32 teams in the draft. What team had the best pick, the worst pick, and what was the most shocking pick of the draft? Mike, go first.
Which one you want first?
Shocking.
Shedeur Sanders falling to 144 to the Browns. He should have went way earlier. And what makes it so much worse is they drafted Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. And it made no sense to draft Dylan Gabriel and then draft Shedeur. Why? What are you doing?
They have
Why?
Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders.
Why?
5.
Like it makes no sense. Even I wouldn't be upset if y'all drafted Dylan Gabriel or drafted Shedeur, but why are you drafting both of them? Why? It doesn't make any sense, bro. It makes zero sense.
And they won't see the field. It doesn't make sense.
And then if you go by the rankings of everybody who does the draft rankings, Shedeur was ranked just in the quarterbacks. Shedeur was ranked number 2. I've seen Dylan Gabriel ranked as low as 10 just in the quarterbacks, bro. Just in the quarterbacks. So not only did you reach for a quarterback who was a double-digit ranking, you then reached again for a quarterback y'all should have drafted on fucking day 2 at the earliest.
Like, even if they had drafted him on day 2, I still think they would have took Gabriel regardless.
Yep.
Why? It will never make sense to me. Like, I get
the Browns have 5 quarterbacks. That's unheard of for any NFL team coming out of the draft.
Bro, like that.
And they're paying Deshaun Watson half of each one of those dudes' salaries.
Yeah.
He ain't even played snap.
Like
every time
he's already done for the year for his Achilles.
To which they're probably going to trade Kenny Pickett. Joe Flacco is going to start until Watson comes back. Either Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel are going to be on the phone.
Watson done for the year, so that's dead. I'm gonna go. Go ahead, hold on. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say Flacco for the first like 3 or 4 weeks, and they're gonna go to Shedeur. I think Shedeur beats out Gabriel, and I think he starts week 5. That's my guess. That's my guess on it.
Now I would like your best pick.
That's tough. So I have a couple. I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave Cam Ward out because he's number 1 pick. That's always gonna obviously be the best pick. Yep. So if I had to go outside of number 1, I'm gonna say either Travis Hunter to the Jaguars is an amazing pick.
Yep.
Or the kid from Georgia, the safety that went to Baltimore. I think that is a game-changing pick. I was so livid when I see that. Like, bro, how did he drop to them, bro? I was livid. I'm like, bro, why? God, we can't win for losing, bro. We can't.
Okay.
We can't.
And then,
but yeah,
the worst pick.
Dylan Gabriel to the Browns.
I knew that was coming. I
Only
seen that
because
coming.
only because they drafted Shador. If they didn't draft Shador, this would not be my worst pick.
Yeah.
If they didn't draft Shador, my worst pick was going to be Jackson Dart to the Giants in round 1. But once the Browns drafted Shador, I'm like, that Dylan Gabriel pick was a flat out brain fart. Like,
But
you went
everybody knew
brain
that
rot
was
on that.
coming. Everybody knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Like, you went flat out brain rot picking Dylan Gabriel and then pick a Shador. But outside of that pick, outside of the Dylan Gabriel pick, I'm gonna say Jackson Dart to the Giants. I understand. I get the hype around him.
I understand the hype
But
behind the pick, but it wasn't.
I don't understand why he went over Shador. If we're looking at it from just a purely football standpoint, Shador should have went in the first round. I know Oliver's gonna argue this because we've been talking about this for what since the rankings came out for the draft, but I'm gonna say Shador should have been going to either Cleveland in the first round or the Giants in the first round.
And you're right, I am going to debate that because
Yeah.
I've watched, other than watching Ohio State win a national championship, I was paying attention to Shador and Travis Hunter in Colorado too, because there's a lot of hype around that team this past season. Shador to me has the arm talent and he has the mobility to play in the NFL. Not going to dispute that, but I would say he would have been a late second, early third round guy. Only because he's kind of cocky and the confidence is great.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But
Go ahead.
but everybody in the league that I read on said he was sandbagging in his interviews for the teams he didn't want to play for. So these executives are in the draft like, all right, take him off the board. We don't want him. And that's probably why he fell so far down.
What quarterback isn't cocky?
You know who his dad is, right?
But I don't give excuse my French. I don't give a darn who his dad is. You had quarterbacks that's been like that. It don't matter.
I've never seen one like maybe Cam Newton would be the closest one I'd seen since.
Oh no, I'm gonna debate the hell out of that.
What? I was about to say Cam Newton.
No, not Cam.
Hell no.
No, it wasn't Cam Newton. I'm thinking.
You got Johnny Manziel.
That's him. That's who I wanted. Johnny.
You got Baker Mayfield.
But Baker's actually good. So
yeah, but Baker had one of the worst attitudes coming out. Like you want to get Ohio State, bro. You want to get up against Ohio State.
Maybe I'm a little rusty here because I've been gone a while. But
it's just, man, it was gonna happen regardless, honestly. But it is what it is. I mean.
So hold on. So let's bring up an honest question. Is Shador going so late really strictly on Shador? Is it nothing but Shador?
No.
Yes and no.
No. It's definitely not. It's just people just want to say something because of he's being.
I mean, probably, but these NFL guys, these executives, GMs, front office dudes, coaches, look how like they are in the interviews and
he's being
attitude, and he didn't even he didn't participate in the combine. I feel like it's mandatory to participate.
Yeah, but
how many people?
A lot of players didn't. Didn't Joe not participate in the combine? I don't think Joe Burrow threw in the combine.
I'm pretty sure he did.
No,
I'm gonna look that up on that episode, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. I don't think Peyton Manning threw in the combine. I don't think Eli threw in the combine. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks who go high who didn't throw in the combine, but he threw it his pro day though, so they got the same throw.
Yeah.
And then you got to look at hold on, Cookie. And then you got to look at how badly some of Will Howard's throws was in the combine. Like the combine is something.
I discredit that because Will Howard was throwing to a bunch of guys who he had never thrown to before, other than his own. But that's
the risk that everybody takes, right? That's the risk that everybody takes. You can't. We have to. Like I said, we have to be unbiased.
But you can't. But like
because everybody's throwing to people they've never thrown to before.
You can't base off how a guy plays off of one the thing. And then his pro day,
Exactly, and I'm gonna agree with you.
he completed 90% of his passes in his pro day.
Right, of course. But like I've always said, that's why you have film. If you truly want to see what a guy can do, you
Watch
have
film.
film for that.
Put the tape
One
on.
of the things that benefited, right, exactly. One of the things that benefited Will Howard was having probably the most talented team in the country around. So, I mean, throwing the guys like Jeremiah Smith, having Henderson in the backfield, like you have a ridiculously talented team around you. So
And
of course you're gonna look better than like usual. I mean, yeah, we see this shit, we see it in the NFL all the time. Guys who are surrounded by a bunch of talent who look uber elitely talented. I mean, look at Brock Purdy, bro. Look at Brock Purdy. Look at how Sam Darnold was this past season. I mean, we've seen it at all levels before. So,
sure. It's just
like
time
I
to
said,
tell.
just
It's a
yeah,
time to tell situation.
of course. Give it 2 years, and we can really. They usually say 3 years, but I think 2.5 years is an adequate amount of time to really go back and judge the draft class. So give us what 20? That'd be what 2027, 2028. We can come back and look back at this. So
Okay.
yeah, but those are my three. Most shocking, Shador falling. Dumbest pick, Dylan Gabriel, and then best or Dylan Gabriel / Jackson Dart, and best pick, Travis and the safety from Georgia that went to the Ravens.
Okay.
So.
All right. So what you want me to start with?
Do the order Mike did. Shocking, worst, best.
The most shocking was the quarterback from Louisville that went to the
That was
Tyler Shelton, Golden State.
That was
like, don't get me wrong, guys. No, honestly, it's a lot of people defending him or whatnot. You know what I mean? Which is understandable because like you said, if you watch film on him, you know about him. If you've never watched film on him, you don't know who he is. But you know what I mean? It's like y'all really took him. Y'all could have took Dylan Gabriel, bro. I would have expected that. I would have
took Jackson Dart.
I would have. Who the Saints? No, the Saints. I'm talking about the Saints could have took Dylan Gabriel. They could have took him. They could have taken Dylan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I think or Shador, but at the same time, I feel like Shador was either meant to be in Cleveland.
Gilbert was on the board at that point too. Still,
he was potential to go to Cleveland or the Steelers, and that would have best benefited him. Anywhere else probably would have been a bust for him. Honestly,
I think so.
You talk about Milroe?
No, for
Shador.
I feel like his best fit would have been under Mike Tomlin, who he would have groomed and had him.
They were trying to marry them to the whole draft process too.
You know what I mean, and they were saying that all day.
No, I bet Mike Tomlin was in that office. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that was. Did Pittsburgh even draft a quarterback?
No.
That's what I thought. I'm like, they didn't even draft a quarterback, did they?
No, the Steelers drafted Will Howard in the 6th round.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Will Howard. I actually forgot about
that. Honestly,
never mind. Go ahead, Cookie. I said it.
That honestly was another shocker as well because I'm like, Will Howard, not a bad pick, but I don't see the fit really there. I would have expected him to go somewhere like maybe Seattle or
so basically, you think that Pittsburgh and Seattle should have flipped quarterbs as far as
if Jalen Milroe went to the Steelers, it would have been it's game over.
That's why I said that. That's why I said his best fit would probably be Pittsburgh.
Buffer Lamar Jackson.
That's why I said Milroe would have been perfect in Pittsburgh.
That's why you got to think about that matchup with the Baltimore Ravens and the Steelers, with two of those quarterbacks that are dual threat quarterbacks that you don't know if it's going to be an RPO or it's going to be an actual run. And they both are the same. But at the same time, it's like Milroe still got some growing up to do. He still got some developing.
Oh, for sure.
does.
For sure.
All right, where you at with
Okay.
your worst and your best?
So my best pick, honestly, Jimmy Horn to the Panthers. That was a great pick.
There we go. You're about to
That
piss
pick
me off.
still irritates me, bro.
Jimmy Horn.
Because I was so in love with Jimmy Horn, bro.
But
I want
He
to
is
know. I want to know
good.
when he went so bad because I love him as a receiver.
but
But
it's
go
like
ahead. I'm good.
I kind of figured, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have that much shine because of the Travis Hunter.
Travis, man, Travis.
But when he did get his shine, like dog balled out. He had an excellent year behind Travis Hunter, especially when Travis Hunter went down. He was the one that stepped
He
up.
picked the slack up.
Yeah, I mean, so that was a great pick for them. The worst pick, the donkey of the day. Donkey of the day. I ain't got nothing brown around here. The Cleveland Browns, Dylan Gabriel. It's not that it's him. It's not him. It's just why draft. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they wanted to send a message. Okay, sure. But at the same time, it's like y'all gonna end up eventually having to keep one of them. So I mean, that was kind of pointless in the end, you know. But hey, we'll see how everything goes in the end. Hopefully, I wish the best of both them and all the draftees. Pure blessings, my brother.
All right. So mine best pick. I think the best pick personally for me is Tampa Bay getting Emeka Ibuka.
That sounds.
To help out
I
Mike.
can't even argue against that.
Because you got
I can't even argue
there
that.
with Mike Evans, tight end Kate Otten.
Yep.
Dude, that offense is going to be a little more dynamic. It's like when Chris Olave went to the Saints. It's
You can't forget about having Irving in the backfield too.
Tampa Bay got a really good one in Emeka Ibuka.
They have a really solid offense now, bro.
They do, but
it's all because
they have a really good offense,
and they finally built that offensive line.
They have a really good
they
offense.
stack.
Oh my god, they can average 20. They can average 27 a year. They can average 27.
If Tampa Bay doesn't win the NFC South, I'd be shocked.
I'll be shocked, bro. I will be absolutely shocked.
They're probably one of the more prepared teams coming out of the draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst pick for me, I would say what Mike said, Dylan Gabriel and Jackson Dart.
It's a 3-peat.
Oh my god, bro. I feel so terrible.
Hey, listen to me.
I feel horrible.
Y'all lucky I ain't got a sound bar.
I feel horrible.
Oh man, it's not again.
It's not that hard to figure out. That was the shittiest thing in the draft. Dylan Gabriel could have gone to the fucking Giants. Pardon my French. But Dylan Gabriel could have gone to the Giants. Jackson Dart could have been sitting in the later rounds.
I can honestly see Dylan Gabriel with the Giants.
It's a good fit. But
him and Malik Neighbors.
But whoever John, what's his name, doesn't know how to front office of the Giants, doesn't know how to run a football team.
John, what's his name?
Care for that guy. Worst pick of the draft is when the Saints picked that Louisville quarterback. I keep forgetting his name.
Tyler Show.
Yeah, him.
Tyler Show.
And when they showed the clip on social media of his combine throw where he did that.
Yep. And it went nowhere near the receiver.
Nowhere.
Oh my god.
And then that underhand throw he threw in the game.
That he did. I think was it Miami? I thought it was something.
So. But it was just like
what
you had Shedeur sitting there in your pocket. You could get him and fit him in there, but you also think he's going to be a Spencer Rattler is going to
That's
be
who I thought. That's who I thought that was
right
going to be their
behind
starter.
Derek Carr, but Derek Carr is hinging towards not playing because he's got a nagging shoulder injury. So Rattler's next man up. And he played pretty decent last year towards the end of the year. So
Yeah,
I'd
he
rather
wasn't. He
put
wasn't destructive. He wasn't destructive when he was at quarterback.
no,
So
he wasn't. He was
that
pretty
shows. That shows. That
he was
shows some
okay.
promise.
I
Shows a
would
little bit of
put
promise.
what's his name in there? What's that guy's name? The one that plays every position. What is it?
Taysom
Taysom
Hill,
Hill.
he went and signed somewhere else, I think.
Did he?
Did he really?
I think so. Either that or he switched
Look
or
that up.
he got
I'm definitely looking that up.
yeah, or
I'm looking
maybe
at
I feel like he switched like to tight end because Dennis Allen didn't like want to use him too much at quarterback because how good he is everywhere else on the field.
Yeah,
right.
got to have me.
But he's always been. I think he's always been
Look that up for me,
technically
Cookie. If
tight
Taysom
end.
Hill signs
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my best pick was Emeka Ibuka. My shocking pick was the Gabriel Jackson Dart thing. The worst pick was Tyler Schlinn going to New Orleans. And
Nah, still under contract with them and still.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
That's what
I know that league. That would have been breaking news.
Oh,
yeah.
but this is his final year.
That's probably
that
what
I didn't know.
Then.
I thought he had like 3 more years.
That's
so,
why
that
I
actually
thought
makes
that
a
he
ton of
signed
sense.
somewhere else. So if this is
That actually makes a ton of sense that he don't listen.
He's going to be vying for a contract somewhere.
So while his contract for the 2025 season, the final year of his 4-year deal, the 2025 portion is not guaranteed, and he could be released.
But what do you sign him as? Like, do you give him quarterback money? Do you give him like tight end money?
I think
give him athlete money.
Whatever you
but
got.
You still got to classify it.
I say give him whatever you got because dude's a baller. Dude makes plays all over the field, no matter where he's at on offense. He can catch it, he can run it, he can throw it. Like
he got $40 million for 4 years, $10 million a year.
See, that's not bad.
I fucking wish.
So do you bump that up, or do you try to keep him there?
I'd say extend it 2 more years if possible.
With more money or same?
Key guys on offense for them, keep him for 2 years.
Honestly, I feel like he ain't gonna be here too much longer in the league. I give him maybe a year or so.
All right, I'm really excited to get to this fantasy draft we've been talking about.
Oh yeah! So in honor of the NFL draft, we all picked our favorite teams. I have the Raiders. Cookie has the Packers. Oliver obviously has the Bengals. We decided to create a fantasy team based off of our team's history. So the rules here is you can have whatever offensive or defensive scheme you want, but whatever player you pick has to have played for whatever team you are picking for at least 3 years. At least 3 years. So we'll go ahead and we'll start. We'll do quarterbacks first. I guess we'll go by order of record. So obviously I go first because the Raiders are 4-13, but we'll go ahead and slide right past that. So for my quarterback, I'm gonna go with Rich Gannon.
Ooh.
What was that back in your era in 1962?
Man, he played in the 2000s, bro. Chill out, dude. Golly.
My bad, bro. My bad, brother. Don't come with the violence.
He was 2001 MVP, bro. God. The year we went to the Super Bowl, he was the MVP of the league.
Elementary school. The fuck.
Hey, I think I was 7.
Man, get to y'all picks, bro. Before I start fighting people.
I was 8 years old, dog.
So second, we'll go Oliver with the Bengals at 9-8. So go ahead and pick your quarterback.
I had to go with Shiesty on this one. Joe Burrow.
Solid pick.
Only because we lived through Carson Palmer. He was up and down. 500 quarterback at best. Don't give me that look. I hate you.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm gonna finish. Go ahead.
Andy Dalton, 7 straight playoff appearances. Has a good amount of Bengals records passing wise, but he hasn't done what Burrow's done in 2 years. Burrow came in his rookie year, tore his ACL, came back, went to the Super Bowl, back-to-back AFC title games, won an AFC title game, and he's been slated for MVP the last couple years. He's surrounded
He got
by the best
two
receivers.
comeback player of the year
League.
awards. Like it's nothing to really blow your nose at. Like that's kind of impressive.
It's very impressive. So
He was
Joe
in a
Burrow
running
is
for
my
rookie of the
pick.
year. The year he got hurt, like he was going to win rookie of the year over Herbert that year if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
But my pick is Joe Burrow. Cookie,
Okay.
I made a bet with Mike. I bet you one of the two quarterbacks you pick is Brett Favre.
I said I said he was going to go with Aaron Rodgers.
I hate both of y'all. Don't you ever bet.
What did he say?
Listen here. Don't you ever bet on me, okay? All right. You can't tell me that because those are the only two damn quarterbacks.
I know that. So who won the bet?
Okay. Not gonna lie. I gotta go with Aaron Rodgers. He got us a ring, bro.
God damn, bro.
He got us a ring, bro.
What I tell you? I told you it was gonna be A-Rod.
He got us that ring, bro.
I told you.
Brett got you a ring too. So
no, who got us a ring?
Brett went to back.
Man,
he got one ring and lost to the Broncos the next year.
Yeah.
Listen.
But anyway,
but go ahead.
That's
I'm let you cook.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
That's pretty solid. I'll take it.
Yeah. Listen. The Pick Six Hall of Fame, the Pick Six Hall of Famer. I love him. Okay. All right. He pulled Jameis Winston modeled him. Okay.
Eating dubs, but
you
yeah,
feel me? Chomping. Okay. But I gotta go with my boy A-Rod, man. Gotta go with my boy.
All right. Well, move on now to running backs. So I did a 2 running back system. My first running back is gonna be Bo Jackson. I'm not sure. I don't have to explain that pick.
Shocker. What a surprise.
Oh, just get to your running back, man. We all know why I picked Bo Jackson, but I don't need to go into it.
I went with a 4 wide and a tight end system, so spread.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Corey Dillon.
Not really sure you could have picked anybody else.
No, I was gonna go either probably Rudy Johnson, but Corey Dillon was the favorite.
I'm going Corey Dillon 100 times out of 10. So, Amen. But go ahead.
Amen. Look, you have a handful of backs, bro. I know. I don't even know who you're
right. Ahman Green, Aaron Jones.
You feel me? Hey,
just to name a couple of them.
You're missing one.
Ryan Grant.
One. My guy. You know exactly who I'm going with.
Hey, let's go.
Ryan Grant, baby. Listen.
Are you serious?
Oh, he's dead serious.
Come on.
Over Ahman Green. Okay.
He's dead serious. I see why he picked.
I was 5. I was 2 years. I was 2 years old. I didn't know football.
Hey, listen to me.
Okay.
I found out Ryan Grant was the Green Bay running back when I got into football, so I see why he picked him.
And I got
Ryan Grant.
I got Ryan Grant jersey. Ahman Green. Don't get me wrong.
I know you have Ryan Grant jersey. I've seen
Green. He was really good, but
I know Ryan Grant. I know Ryan.
You could have went Bruh, no Dorsey. Okay, nope. I'm gonna leave it alone.
This not my team, kid. Chill.
Not my team. Not my team.
I told you.
Not my team.
Crash out.
But the Dorsey Levens omission is crazy. You know what? Let me get some other running back. Let me get some other running back. Second running back, Marcus Allen.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I ain't heard his name. His name
is very
guys, no, guy, it's easy, man. Longest run in the Super Bowl before Willie Parker broke it with Pittsburgh. 74 yards, one of the craziest Super Bowl plays you ever see. Started left, reverse field, went back to the right, 74 yards. I think he won Super Bowl MVP that year too.
He did.
He was either him or Jim Plunkett that won it, but it was one of them too.
Plunkett won
it. Second running back is gonna be Marcus Allen.
All right. Since I'm doing, I guess I can go one skill guy at a time, or I can knock 2 of them out in 2 different times. But my outsides, I'm gonna do 2 outside receivers and who my 2 slots are. So I'm gonna do my outsides first. Jamar Chase and Chad Johnson.
That's typical. I mean, who else are you gonna put there? Like,
There's
but
no
go
one
ahead.
else I could have put there.
I mean,
Right.
you kind of got a couple.
And
Oh,
then
he does, but I'm pretty sure he put. I think I know who one of his slots is gonna be.
Okay, I feel like
My-
if he doesn't, I'm not gonna lie to you, Oliver. I'm definitely gonna come pull your hairline implants out if you don't got this person in there.
my slots are
My honest.
Chris
Go ahead.
Collinsworth and AJ Green.
Yeah. See, I would have flipped it. I'd have put Chad in the slot.
Okay, you can flip it.
No TJ
I would have.
Gonzalez.
I would have.
It
Yeah,
was tough
because
to
who?
pick
Hold
TJ.
on. Who are you gonna put him over?
Who?
Anyway,
I'm talking to Cook. Who are you gonna put TJ over?
That's what I'm saying.
anybody.
Who are you gonna kick out to put in TJ? That's what I'm asking.
The whole Bengals community.
Bye, dude. Bye, dude. Bye, bro.
There's nobody. See,
Bye,
DJ
bro.
Houshmandzadeh was one of the first guys that crossed my mind, but Chris Collinsworth was here for damn near his whole career. I couldn't put him over Chris Collinsworth.
And he was a dog when he was here too.
Yes.
He wasn't a bad receiver.
And then
Like, he was a dog.
I'm throwing AJ Green in there because obviously,
I mean,
one of the best.
yeah. I mean, your receiver picks are really, to me,
They're solid.
your receiver picks are like no brainers. To be honest with you.
And then
Like-
my tight end. We talked about this, Mike. Talked about this.
Yep, we
Tyler
did. Yep. We touched on this before.
Tyler Eifert. Only because he had that 2015 season where he had double-digit touchdowns, like 1,200 yards receiving. Cookie, I'm gonna slap every dread individually, one by one, off of your head. Making faces, bro.
Yeah, but honestly, who else are you gonna put at tight end? I mean, Mike Gesicki's only been here for what, a couple of years, right?
Every tight end we've had has been 1 year wonders. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, CJ had like 3 or 4 years here, but he had one good year.
Yeah.
And I think that was the Super Bowl year
over there.
But yeah, like who are you gonna put over Tyler Eifert for real?
No.
Without having to go back to like the 50s and 60s. Yeah. So
I mean,
go ahead, Cookie. Let's see your next BS pick.
Not BS.
I already know who his receivers are. This isn't a no-brainer. I already know.
I think this was even close to no-brainer too, to be honest with you.
So my other running back.
You going 2 running backs too?
If I did go 2 running backs, it's Aaron Jones. But I just did that just to piss you off.
I know you did. I see.
Get it together, bro.
Y'all want me to crash? Y'all want me to crash out so bad, bro.
You already have.
Pick your next player, bro. Pick your next player, bro.
My receivers, right?
I know.
I got Jordy Nelson.
Call it.
And Greg Jennings.
Call it. Call that.
And if you want to go, 4 receiver set, you got Donald Driver and Devontae Adams.
Okay.
In the car.
End it right now.
In the stream.
No brainer.
In the stream.
What, man? What?
How do you not have Sterling Sharp in your receiver?
Sterling Sharp played tight end.
Sterling Sharp played receiver, bro. His brother Shannon played tight end. Sterling played receiver. Sterling was one of the.
Let him finish. I don't think he's gotten to everybody yet.
Listen. I'm talking about people I done seen. I'm talking about black and white and your time.
You almost got me cussing, bro. You almost got me cussing on here, bro. Go ahead, pick. Go ahead and pick.
Black and white, that's crazy work.
Go ahead and pick, because you have no idea how bad I'm about to crash out, bro. You have no idea. These picks are irking me so bad, bro. I pray to God we do this next year and we do randoms and I get Green Bay, because I swear to God I'm crushing your team. I swear to God I'm kicking your team to the curb, bro. Oh God, I am. I swear I am, bro.
Come on, let's keep going.
Pick, bro. Pick, because I still got to pick, bro. Pick.
My tight end.
Y'all gonna have to mute me, bro. I swear to God.
My tight end is Jermichael Finley.
Who? Jermichael
Finley.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
Okay, go ahead and crash out, Mike.
My receivers. I'm gonna go 2 receivers and a tight end.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go Jerry Rice and Tim Brown at the receivers,
Okay.
and then the tight end I'm gonna go with Dave Casper, Hall of Famer. I wanted to go 3 receivers, but Moss only played for the Raiders for 2 years, so I couldn't do that.
Mm,
And that's part of the reason I went to running backs because I was gonna go 3 receivers and go Moss, Rice, Brown. And I'm like, Ross only played for us for 2 years, so I can't do that. So
I'm surprised
yeah,
you didn't throw Amari Cooper in that conversation.
I thought about that, and I thought about Fred Biletnikoff too.
Mm,
And I'm just like, I mean, Rice is the greatest receiver ever,
yeah.
and then Tim
But most of
Brown. I
that,
mean,
but he's
everybody knows
lucky
him.
he got those years in Oakland at the time that he did, even though 90% of it was in San Francisco. He's lucky he
Yeah,
got those
but
years in
I
Oakland.
mean, he was still really productive with us though.
Yeah.
definitely was.
He was still massively productive. I mean, he's part of the
Top
reason
tier.
Rich Gannon won the MVP that year.
Top tier.
It wasn't like he was a scrub when he came here.
What
All right, well, I guess we on. I guess we on
defense
D. I guess we on defense
Oh,
now.
okay.
On defense now, so let's everybody take a deep breath from the crash outs and just calm
I
down.
guess y'all want to start. Y'all want to start linebackers first.
I was gonna start linebackers first.
We go linebackers first. Give me one second. I gotta double check the name of my linebacker real quick. My camera gonna go off for just a
I
second.
wrote down D lineman, even though I forgot we weren't doing lineman.
No, you good, baby. All right,
Just
where am I?
because built like one don't mean you gotta pick them.
Nah, that's crazy.
Listen to me. I've had enough of you.
Oh, my bad, bro. All right, I'm done for
This
them.
is not a good welcome back party. You feel me?
This is a great welcome.
There we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I do know
for sure. This is fire.
But my linebackers, I got
Oh no, man.
Hawk and Clay Matthews.
Okay.
I remember a name one of your older linebackers. I can't remember his name right now, but those solid picks. I'll leave you alone for that. I'll leave you alone for that.
Trust me, it's way more.
Where you going?
I know.
Way more. and listen, I ain't had time to go. It's hard to pick from them. So it's like linebacker wise, we've had some dogs that came out.
I know.
And D linemen. So I'm glad I'm just gonna keep it a 2 linebackers.
So all right. Okay. I can accept that. That's not gonna make me crash out yet. But so my linebackers, I went Bill Romanowski and Khalil Mack.
Oh, I forgot all about Khalil Mack playing.
I'm gonna go with the 2 linebacker set. He came out of Buffalo as a linebacker, even though he plays a rush linebacker. He came out of Buffalo.
He does what Clay Matthew did.
Yeah. He was kind of the TJ Watt before TJ Watt.
Yes, before it was the actual.
So, I went with a 3 linebacker set.
Ooh, look at you getting fancy.
I know. I took Logan Wilson, Reggie Williams, and Takeo.
Oh, you went way back. Okay.
And Takeo Spikes.
Ooh, okay. That's a solid linebacker core.
Okay, little young man. Okay.
I would.
That's not like I don't know football or anything, but
I know. Okay, so I would change one thing.
What's that?
I would throw. I don't know how this would work, but I would throw Spikes on the outside, and I would throw Burfict in the middle.
I had Burfict at first, but I went against it. So I have Logan Wilson in the middle. I have Takeo Spikes playing left outside, and I have Williams on right outside.
Interesting.
I thought he was perfect as the second person.
I almost went with. I almost went with Burfict over Logan Wilson, but either or would have been good picks. But
yeah, no, for sure. I figured you would have left Wilson on the outside to let him mess around in coverage. Since you're going with your linebacker set,
but he has a lot of picks in the middle too.
He does. No, he does. He plays. He definitely plays a great hook to curl.
That's why I left.
He plays a great hook to curl. So no, that actually makes a ton of sense. All right. Do we want to do the secondary all together? Or do we want to do corners first and then safety?
We should do secondary all together.
I'm going all together.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Namdi Asomugha on the outside.
Hey,
Oh,
dog was
I
a,
forgot about Namdi, bro.
and
Oh
then
I'm
my
he
gonna go
went to the
Namdi on the
and then he
outside.
went to the Eagles. Oh, hey, bro,
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
dog.
go with what is his name? I completely forgot his name.
You
One
didn't write
second.
you didn't write this down, did you?
I did, and I keep forgetting names. There it is. I'm gonna go Namdi outside. I'm gonna go Mike Haynes on the other outside,
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna do something crazy, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna. I'm gonna put Charles Wilson in the slot.
I figured. I
That's a
figured you
that's
was
another
putting him in the
surprise.
nickel. It was either gonna
I'm
be
gonna
the
put.
nickel or the high safety. One of
I
the
think
Yeah,
well,
I'm gonna put Wilson in the
he was
slot.
better at like nickel, personally, in
I'm
my
gonna put
opinion.
Wilson in the slot, and then I'm gonna go. What was the other name I had? Where is it? Jordan Atkins. I'm gonna go Jack Tatum as my safety,
Okay.
and then George Atkinson is my other safety.
So, Cookie, you go next.
My secondary.
ah
I need Mike's crash out to get out of the way.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because I know he about to piss me off.
no, I'm not, bro. I'm not. Because I got on the outside, I got Al Harris.
Mm.
Then on the other outside, I'm gonna put him in the on there. I'm gonna put Jair on the other side. Then I got
That's a really solid question.
then I got Tremont Williams as my slot. Sam
Okay.
Shields as my slot. As my safeties.
You will put it down? Yeah.
Hey, listen, this my safeties was very difficult.
You've had good safeties over the
You
years.
got a bunch of good safeties.
It was very
Tough.
You got a
difficult
bunch of really good safeties.
Yeah.
because you could either choose from. If I wanted to, I could put Charles Wilson at the safety.
Mhm.
We had Ha Ha Clinton Dix. We had Nick Collins, Morgan Burnett, and then Adrian Amos. Like, so it's kind of hard to that rotation right there is
Crazy in itself. Yeah. Just to
like
safety rotation alone
rotation
is
right
crazy.
there. I can keep that rotation at safety because it doesn't matter. Everything is going to click. You know what I'm saying in the backfield. So I ain't gonna lie, that one was kind of tough to choose from. So that was
Yeah, that makes sense.
honorable mentions. If yeah.
So I went 5 DBs. Um, so 3 corners, 2 safeties. That's how
Okay.
I'm gonna run this. One of my outsides corners is Leon Hall.
Mm.
My second outside is Pac-Man.
Ooh.
That's
Okay. I kind of figured you would have him in there.
kind of a no brainer.
My nickel, my middle, my guy and my other DB in the slot, Kim Riley. Nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I know how good because I know how good he is. I know how good he is.
My
I
safeties,
know how good he is.
I got a free and a strong. I'd say my free would be Jesse Bates.
Obvious. That's obvious.
And then my strong is David Fulcher Sr. I went to high school with his son, so I know David
Did
Fulcher.
you really? Yeah.
Yep. His son Junior played running back at Mason with me. Graduated in the same class. I know the dude. He's a good
He
dude.
probably ran your ass over.
A lot, so much. But yeah,
It's an honor, sir.
those
Boom.
are my
That's
defensive
hilarious.
backs. And Mike, you seem
That's
thoroughly impressed by those choices.
because I know how good those players are. I know how good Fulcher and Ken Riley were
Oh yeah.
back in the day. So I think Ken Riley was on both Super Bowl teams, wasn't he? I know he was on one of them.
2 Super Bowl appearances,
I
but
would say he was on both Super Bowl
his
teams, wasn't he?
career he has over 60 turnovers in his
Yeah,
career.
that's what I thought. So I got a question. I think so. If you could make one change to each other's teams, what would it be? I think Cookie knows all of mine. I think Cookie knows all of mine. So if I kind of already said it with Oliver. I would have put a Perfect in the middle, kicked Tequila Spikes on the outside, and kept looking was on the outside. For Cookie, I would have picked. Gosh, I can only pick one.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's
it's
hard.
2 minutes and two.
I know. I don't know because I don't know if I want to put Sterling Sharp in at receiver or if I want to put Dorsey Levens at running back. I'm gonna trade Jordy Nelson for Sterling Sharp and leave everything else on offense.
I don't like that.
Why not?
I don't
Why
like
not?
I can't say I don't not like that because yes, Sterling, you know what I'm saying?
Sterling is
he was a dog.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But what Jordy has done, I'm not knocking Sharp for anything. But in my time actually like tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Like really,
Jordy Nelson was the guy to watch.
Right. No. Obviously, you can only go about who you've seen play. I mean, but just knowing the great, like, bro, if you ever listen to Deion Sanders talk about Sterling Sharp, you'll
Oh no, I definitely get it. I definitely I've
Talks
seen
about Sterling Sharp the way he talks about how when he lined up with Michael Irvin.
yeah.
Like
The
Come on, dog.
the exact same like passion you can tell. Like
yeah,
he hated going against Sterling Sharp.
absolutely.
Like and hell, Sterling Sharp's a triple crown winner. He had like one of the best runs ever as a receiver. The only thing that happened was his career got cut short from injury.
Still made
Because
the Hall of Fame.
he was on a generational run as a receiver. I'm sorry. I mean, guy was picked 7th in the NFL draft year he came out of South Carolina. Like the guy was an absolute animal, bro.
Still made it to the Hall of Fame.
He did. Even though it took him too long, he did just recently get inducted.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, like I said, I would put
You
Sterling Sharp over Jordy Nelson, and then I would change, and I would put Vontaze Burfict over with Logan Wilson and Tequila Spike.
honestly, me personally, I wouldn't make no changes to none of y'all teams. But y'all teams suck anyway.
Oh my!
Doesn't matter.
Dog.
Y'all won't get a
What?
Super Bowl ring.
Dog.
It don't matter if you had all pros on both of y'all teams. Y'all suck. Y'all always gonna suck. And all the fans out there,
Such a hater,
the Bengals fans
What in
ain't
the
going
world is wrong with you? Over here
Such a
got me
hater,
thinking, oh,
man.
great. No, my teams are good. Change nothing. This is great.
Such a
double
hater.
backflip. I'm sorry, Mike. Don't crash out.
You're trying. You're really pushing it. You're pushing it.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but no, I don't have no changes to y'all team.
No changes, other than what Cookie said. Both y'all teams suck.
No, damn, that's crazy.
Wow, my team is winning at least 3 straight Super Bowls, but y'all can go ahead.
Anyway,
You said y'all would or y'all did?
Yeah. 3 straight. Team I made, we winning 3 straight Super Bowls.
Oh, the team
my defense is posting shutouts because you should have seen who I picked from defensive lineman.
Oh, we could do D lineman next year.
Oh yeah, next year
We could do D lineman next year.
Yeah,
lineman.
not me.
I got BJ Raji in the middle.
I got Warren Sapp, so
I don't care.
I got Warren Sapp and Richard Seymour.
I got Geno Atkins.
I got Warren Sapp and Richard Seymour, so I'm not worried.
I got Julius Peppers.
I got Trey Hendrickson.
Whatever.
I don't care. Yeah,
I got Max Crosby. And I got Howie Long. I got the best D line here. Like, what?
Your upper lips.
Y'all not getting off a pass.
You said what about his upper lip?
They stink. They stink.
Hater. You just mad your quarterback gonna be in his head for 80% of the plays.
No, for sure. No, for sure. Aaron Rodgers gonna go do them shrooms before he go out there.
That is hilarious, bro.
Meditate by the fire singing Kumbaya.
Psychedelic, baby.
I'm so tired of y'all, bro.
Psychedelic, baby.
I'm so sick of y'all.
Hey, man. But, hey.
Oh,
So bogus. So bogus. So for our last segment, we're going to introduce our new segment. We're gonna start a segment called From Joes to Pros. What we're gonna stream playing NCAA 25 and Madden 25. We're gonna do a Road to Glory, take him through all three or four of his college years, export him to Madden 25, and then play out his entire career there. See how far we can get off. Oliver is gonna be taking a receiver. Cook's gonna be taking a quarterback, and I am gonna be taking a cornerback. So tune in. We'll drop the schedules as soon as we get everything figured out. Make sure schedules sync up with everybody. We'll drop that schedule here pretty soon. Hopefully you guys tune in. Don't forget to add our Twitch, twitch.tv/3-1 podcast if you guys want to follow along with it. Chill out. You know about ADHD kick in, bro. I think faster than I can speak. You know that.
Hey, leave me alone. I got ADHD, motherfucker.
So yeah, so we're gonna get that jumping off. Probably started, if not this week, early next week. So stay tuned. We'll be dropping that on our Facebook and our TikToks. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, that's what we got.
You already know,
Man.
It was good. It was good seeing y'all, man. It was good doing this, man.
Good to be back.
I was real good, man.
Good.
This is a great.
It was real good.
Well, great welcome back. Great welcome back party. Make sure you
Real good, man.
get line and get. You know,
We
we ain't gonna talk.
good to kill
We're
it.
not gonna talk about it no more. You know, we know, but yeah.
All right, y'all.
If you know, you know, right? Man, never forget. You may not go 4-0, but you can always go 3-1. Love y'all. Have a good one tonight.
Look at this. Somebody come.